The term genocide did not exist before 1944. It got its name from a Polish Jewish lawyer, Raphael Lemkin, who witnessed the cruel eliminations on Jewish people in Europe. After settling down in the United States, he created the term genocide by combining genos, the Greek word referring to race or tribe, with the Latin suffix "cide", which means to kill. As a result, the combination of these two terms turned to a new word called genocide, referring to violent crimes committed against groups with the intent to destroy the existence of the group. We did 2 interviews about genocide. The interviewers we chose are AP US History teacher and an upcoming USC student major in art history. The first question is, what's your opinion on genocide?
I'd say genocide is probably an example of humankind at their most, well, at their worst. You know, it is an expression of the worst elements of humankind. The fact that we feel that we can exterminate a specific group of people because of kind of a created and imagined difference between them and us. Because if you look through history at all the different examples of genocide, you know, they're always based on something which is an illusion. It's made up. It's an artificial distinction between groups of individuals, and then that one group is targeted, and you know. So I always hesitate to use the word evil when you talk about people, because I think that word, we use it sometimes too much. But I think when we look at collectively at what genocide is, I think it is truly an expression of evil. It really is.
The second question is, do you think genocide could ever be justified?
I don't think it's ever possible to justify genocide. I don't think it's really possible to ever justify killing anybody. Killing is wrong. I think there are some very kind of narrow parameters in which you could understand why a death of another person might happen at the hands of another person. But there is no justification for the killing of a specific group based on some kind of idea of, you know, that group is this. You know, but it's essentially, you know, it is the ultimate expression of discrimination, negative discrimination. And then you kill those people because of that. So no, there is not a circumstance or a situation, and not that I believe in situational ethics anyway, but you know, there isn't ever a possibility that could be justified. No.
There's absolutely no way to justify the government's action, because think of the victims. They're born in such era just because they're bad lucks. They didn't do anything wrong, and they didn't try to attack other countries. There are also some cases just due to the government's own selfishness and cause the whole mass events, which is not acceptable for me, because they're just torturing the innocent people and put them in a really bad situation. So I think they're more than racist. They're also racist in a violent way. If that happens in the contemporary century, I will say that is absolutely illegal, and we all should do something to fight for those innocent people.
In order to make people participate in our activity, we created a poster and asked the students to hold the poster and say those words.
Stop genocide, stop killing.
Stop genocide, stop killing.
Stop genocide, stop killing.
Stop genocide and stop killing.